If you've been looking into making money online, then you've probably seen something about Wealth Creators pop up somewhere on your social media feed. Now, it's a property investing brand that promotes a €1 event to get you in the door and then walks you through their entire real estate setup. What's up guys, it's Erica here from The In-Between. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any future Make Money Online reviews just like this one. If you are watching this, then you're probably wondering what the whole Wealth Creators thing actually is and why they're offering a full day property seminar for basically just $1. The whole idea is that you can learn how to build wealth through real estate, even if you're starting from scratch, and that you can eventually create income by building out a property portfolio. But before you go signing up and sitting through a full day event, I want to break down what's really going on behind the scenes, how these seminars actually work, what people are saying about it online, and most importantly, guys, whether this is something you can realistically rely on in 2026, or if you're much better off putting your time into something that's way more simple, more scalable, and actually builds you an asset that you own, much like the digital assets I've been building for years now that continue to pay me every single month like clockwork. Then go ahead and click on the link below to check it out. And just a quick disclaimer before we get started, guys, I'm not affiliated with Wealth Creators or Jaleel Spooner in any way. This is all just my honest opinion based on my own research, experience with the program, and what other real users are saying about it online. With that being said, let's jump right in. So Wealth Creators is a UK-based property training company created by Jaleel Spooner, and the whole idea behind the brand is teaching people how to get into property investing and how to build long-term wealth through real estate. But the main thing that pulls people in is that €1 event, which is their whole hook and entry point into their system. And you go into this full-day seminar where they walk you through how property investing works, how details are structured, and how people themselves are able to build their own portfolios over time. So when you do go to one of these events, it is a full-on one-day workshop where they walk you through their entire property wealth blueprint, which is basically their step-by-step way of building income through real estate. They cover things like finding deals, understanding financing, and how investors grow their own portfolios over time. And they also share some of their own strategies and frameworks along the way. Beyond that, they usually have a live Q&A event every week, plus the chance to network with other people who are interested in property investing. And they do give you access to a workbook and plenty of resources according to them so that you can follow along during the training. But again, guys, this is still the introduction because towards the end, they really start leading into their community and higher level mentorship programs, which is exactly where they say you'll get the full breakdown and support if you buy. So while you do get a solid overview of the whole business model, it's really more so designed to move you into the next step of the process. Now, when you take a look at Wealth Creators online, you'll obviously see a ton of student success testimonials on their landing page, as you can see here. The program does sit at a 4.3 star rating with plenty of positive reviews at first, with people saying it looks simple and easy to use. But once you dig a little deeper, a lot of the 1-star reviews point out the same issues over and over again. People say that the system doesn't actually do what it claims, and that after they do buy in, they don't see any real results. Others mention that the whole copy and paste process doesn't really lead to any money at all, and that there's no clear explanation of how the system is supposed to generate income. Beyond that, there are also other complaints about support being hard to reach and people feeling like once they paid, there wasn't really much help or guidance at all. Beyond that, over on Reddit, it's pretty much the same thing. A lot of people question where the money was even coming from, and a lot of them point out that if this actually did work, that there would be way more proof out there. Instead, most of the discussion leads towards it being overhyped and not really something you can rely on long term. So while the entry point is super cheap, that's not really the full cost when you look at the big picture. Because once you are inside, that's immediately when you're introduced to the higher level programs and mentorships, and all of which can get very expensive fast. On top of that, you're not just paying money, you're also investing a lot of your time here. Needless to say, property investing in 2026 takes a ton of time, capital, and the energy to even want to learn the process, let alone to find deals and be ready to invest a lot more money than you actually anticipate to get started. So instead of trying to jump into something like property investing right away, I'd much rather build something that's simple and that I actually control from the start. That's why if you guys have been following me for a while now, you already know that I build digital assets full-time instead. Now with this model, it's all about building small niche-based websites around local services people are already searching for and need all over the US. So think of anything from roofing to plumbing, or in my case, fencing repair. And then you rank all of those sites to the very top of Google so that they show up first when people people in that area need help. And once all those calls start coming in, that's when I connect them with the local business owner in that area. And in return, they're more than happy to pay me every single month for the business. For example, as you guys can see here, I built this fencing repair site in Colorado Springs a couple years ago. And to this day, that same site is still bringing in calls and leads without me even having to touch the site. And like I mentioned, guys, the same business owner is more than happy to pay me every single month because all of those leads help his business grow. And because you're working in local markets all around the US, that means competition is relatively low and the demand to scale is high. That's why I did the same exact thing with this stucco plaster site in the same exact city. I built it once, I got it ranked on Google, it started bringing in calls, and what makes this online business model so much different from all of the others out there is the fact that you actually own 100% of your site, aka digital assets. That means if any business owner ever decides to stop paying me, I don't lose any of my income. I simply just find another business owner in the same niche willing to take on all of those leads. And because you own 100% of your digital assets, that means you're not starting over and you're not relying on something outside of your control. And that's exactly why I will always stick with this model in the long run, because it's that simple, it's that predictable, and it actually builds you something online that you can actually depend on to pay your bills long term. All right, guys, that's it for my full review of the Wealth Creators platform. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any future reviews like this one. And if you want to learn more about building digital assets, the same model I personally use to earn passive income every single month like clockwork, then go ahead and check out the link in the description below for a free training that covers the whole business model in more detail. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.